I'll share my screen. Oh wait, I do. That's cool. Hey. Sorry. I am not very entertaining without input. So I don't know who's there. So hello, whoever's there. Nice to meet you. Or if I know you already, hello again. I'm trying to share this on Instagram to see if any of my friends will come. But I'm trying to work out how to get the link over. Worked it out. Okay. Quiet people. Instagram. Wow, 4 people. Who are you all? Where are you from? What are you doing? What do you think of social media? Stories. My hair is blocking my face also. I guess it might not be the same for people, but if you just joined, say hello in the chat. I want to know who you are. It's always nice to know who people are. Maybe I'll just read this out and see what it sounds like if no one's going to join. I'm not sure. Oh. Oh, it's this one, isn't it? Oh, wait, yeah, you can hear me. Or am I just filtered the chat? No. Live chat has nothing as well. Keep your secrets, it's fine. Yeah, so that's for, I don't know. We'll see. I'll just read it out. I was going to do a reading of this, but it's that because they wanted talking to me. Bad face. But yeah. 16 minutes reading doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's that me, but we shall see. Yeah, I can put live on here as well, on Discord. Not sure if I can actually. Edit profile. Because my YouTube's already connected, so I don't know if that's possible. People. Hello, if you're new, say something in the chat, please. I want to know that people are real and not just bots. But I understand people are shy, so maybe no one will say anything. Oh, back to 2 again, never mind. Scared you off. Let's just read what I plan to read and just... It's just hard to keep it. I can do a split screen. Oh, but then it splits it for you as well. What does that actually look like? I guess that's fine. Back to nothing. Hello, if you're new, say hi in the chat, so I know you're real and not a bot. Wow, how was everyone so quiet? It's funny. Or have I got filters on or something? There's no moderation. There are reactions. Fuck chat, what does that mean? Oh, like in the new tab. Timestamps. No, I see no reason why nobody will be able to comment, so I guess people just not commenting. Which is fair enough. Yeah, let's just do what I planned to do in the first place. Hi, if you're real, please leave a comment in the chat so I know you're real. But don't worry if you can't be bothered because nobody else can. I didn't realise how quiet people are on here. Oh, you can still see my mouse moving when I'm in a different tab. That's wild. Hello. If you're new, please say something in the chat so I know these people are real that are popping in and not just bots. But I understand if you don't want to. It helps because then I'm like, oh, someone's there. I will do things. Still sending out the siren. The siren being are any people real? Help. Hello, if you're real, please say something in the chat. Gone. Ooh. Hello, I can speak with my voice now rather than with my fingers. That sounds so weird. But I guess dead people speak with their fingers, so I don't know why I said it like that. It's also true. I was gonna read out his blog post, but now I've lost confidence in the idea. How are you? Have you had a good day? Thank you. I think I just need to, like, keep coming and, like, just keep trying. Sorry, you're so tired, that sucks. Is it in service something good or just in general? Maybe I'll start reading, I don't know. One real person. I'm glad. Thank you so much for coming, even if you have to go. If you're tired, don't worry about staying. A performance. Oh, damn. What festival? That's sick. And how was the performance? Oh, congratulations. You didn't say break a leg after, do you? No. Devon. Hope it's amazing though. Everyone's going to festivals at the moment. Oh, let me look it up. We out here. I don't know why I expected that to work and it did work. Amazing. They got great SEO. So I was really not expecting that to work at all. But that's Kagi as well, I guess. They know it's not just gonna be uh people saying we out here or asking what it means. That's exciting. That's really exciting. What are you doing? Like what are you just attending? Are you performing there as well? Hey, two real people. Wow. How are you doing, Luke? That's awesome. That's so cool. Carrying stuff is very valid. It's needed. Yeah, I'm glad. Today's been a bit more of a wash than I expected because lots of people, like not lots, like 6 people joined and everyone has been silent. So I'm like, I don't know if I should just begin reading and hope people do stuff, or if they're all bots. I have no idea. So, hello, third person. If you're real, please type in the chat. Yeah, maybe I'll just read a bit. So this whole blog post is about like a digital detox I did in end of last year, and I thought I'd learned that I hate social media and that. Well, I didn't think that. Did I think that? I hoped that I would learn that I hate social media and it's taking up too much of my time. Basically, what I learned is that oh, third person's one anyway. Basically, what I learned is that I love it more than I thought, and I wish it was better, which is probably more interesting anyway. So I'll read a bit, or we can just chat. I don't mind. What have we been up to this week, Luke? As well, I got a lot of Hello Cat Food stuff. What was your partner performing as well? Or is it music? I don't know what kind of festival it is. My housemate went to medicine this week, which seemed intense because of the heat. I'm checking my. Oh, people are responding to other stuff. Nothing interesting. Oh, real, yeah, your house. I hope the move has been okay. I'm sorry that it was hard. I saw your blog. Was it a blog post? You posted somewhere about it, but I hope it's more settled now. She's DJing, but she normally does electronic music stuff like for tech, odd fan kind of stuff. That's sick. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. I hope it goes so well. So exciting. I like going to like shut down in in winter in summer. It's way too hot for me, and this summer was really bad. So we'll see how we go. I'm looking forward to cozy sweater weather, cozy jumper. I know I said sweater. This is the UK. Let me just read a bit. I did a 17-day social media detox. It was meant to be a month, but for someone who hasn't been purposely off social since November 2007, so since I was like 14, it says in the footnote. Yeah, for someone who has been continuously online that long, I feel pretty good about how long I lasted, and I feel like I learned a lot from the experience. So right up top, despite their flaws, I love these platforms, or at least the essence of them. There's so much we need to do to remake them. We can make being online not just less shit, but genuinely good, fun, enriching for people who want or need to be on there. So it's like, no. For more background, what time is it though, actually? Okay, 12 minutes. So apparently I should be able to finish this. For more background, December 2025, I tried to do a month off social media. My brain for a cute name for this period of time for this post and for my insanity, as I hate the term detox. Disconnect December, DM me December, just don't fucking log on December. I'm going to detox for now. Choosing December was a poor move, as I would always want to see what the people on my phone are doing for their end of year ins and outs, goals, punch cards, I guess, resolutions, and mega cards. I want to see Vlogmas. Add to that the monotonous boredom of the season, and I'm surprised it lasted as long as I did. Sadly, it wasn't the vitamin, but I'm not sure I did. Does this link actually work? In case people don't know what the vitamin is, yes. In case you didn't know what the vitamin is, I'll leave that on for a bit. But yeah, the vitamin. Everything in your life is caused by one issue, and hopefully it was social media, and it turned out it wasn't that for me. I read a little bit more, but that was about it. Oh, hi, third person. If you're real, please type in the chat. I like to see that you're real. The vitamin, yeah. I never bothered trying a digital detox before for a bunch of reasons. Social media adds value to my life. I enjoy talking with all the gay people on my phone, and I feel no particular aesthetic or strictly life improving draw to disconnecting. Ethically is a whole different kettle of fish, so I basically went into this for that reason. Maybe it would turn out I was missing nothing. Maybe these platforms add very little to my life, as well as causing horrors all over. Nah, sorry, I love social media, but I can't see beside the criticism of everything online as a skill issue, no matter how funny it would have been of me. I assume you know all the reasons social media sucks and is bad for you, and have heard all of them a billion times. I mostly focus on ethical stuff here rather than psychological harms. I also can't deny that there are numerous ways social media is bad for the world. So here's a handful of ways. Oh wait, here's a handful of ways it's good. You can meet cool people without leaving your house. You can meet people without an internet connection. Anywhere with an internet connection, sorry. You can find opportunities you would never found without it. You can organize. You can find opportunities you would never found without it. You can organize in ways you would never been able to without it. People are really funny. There's lots of fringe benefits one and four that I have as an autistic person, and people organize really cool stuff on here, from COVID responses to uprisings to flash mobs. So, but people are like, none of that's worth the horror, right? So, I think the horror of it isn't inevitable, and that few things in human life actually are. I don't think we should continue posting on Mark's internet like nothing is wrong if we can help it. They also admit that the replacements for the incumbent juggernauts are not at full ditch your friends and join Z level yet. However, one easy plea I would make, as a person with 17 days of uncomfortable disconnection under the belt, is that if it's not adding to your life and you don't need it for work, socializing, or dating, or something else I can't think of at this second, you're so free to leave. Go and be free. Hit the bricks. The amount of people I talked to who said they always hated Twitter after it mysteriously disappeared was really mind blowing to me. So if you're waiting for a sign, you're free now. Log off. So for everyone else who's still left, with all the delights that the online has to offer, and is still reading this instead of going outside or to bed or to a paper book, what would you do about this mess? Depending on your specific qualms of online life and level of coding and tech expertise, there's actually a lot of things you could do. If you work from these big social media incumbents, I'm surprised you're watching this, but please join the union. If you don't and aren't technical, but you hate Zuck too, then maybe you ask your friends to move to WhatsApp channel Signal. If you're technical and you fancy challenge, there's loads happening on 80 Proto, which is what makes Blue Sky work, and then Activity Pub that makes Mastodon work. And you could grab you and 100 of your closest pals and start a social media instance of them with something like Run Your Own Social. Or you can make something like davidsocial.com, which is a really cool, very small social media platform that I didn't get into here, but I should have done. David is cool. David is run by a man called David who gives you your password and is the algorithm, in case you didn't know about it. There are also many guides to de-googling, getting off these platforms as much as we possibly can. So Reject Convenience on YouTube is a great resource for talking more about de-googling on YouTube. Anyway, there's like de-google Reddit as well. To To be completely honest, I think boycotts of certain platforms and working on getting off them can go pretty far in terms of self-education and movement building of the medium to long-term future. I guess you also could call it building muscles of resistance. A friend of mine, Sam, online has a great video on YouTube about anarchist calisthenics as well. I'll probably send the link to this actually. I forgot about that. In case you want to follow the links. I don't know if it'll work, but we'll see. Oh yeah, it does work. Awesome. Where did I get to? Oh yeah. I do think we won't get anywhere organising only on incumbent platforms and not grasping the work needed to build and most importantly maintain alternatives. In the interest of nuance, while these skills and platforms will be great for people on them, I'm not fully sure that individual boycotts challenge power in the way some people think. A coordinated boycott of something like Instagram will be incredible, even for a month. Though again, I have no idea what will be defined demand. Lol. Um, thinking of a demand raises another question for me though. When it comes to social media, what do we actually want? I think it's easy to get into discussion assuming that we all mean the same thing with social media, but I don't think we always do. Through discussions with friends online, the AFK found that there are many ways of categorizing online platforms and discussions, and I was needlessly harsh on my digital detox. Like, is Goodreads social media? And I hate Jeffrey's little website as well, so I'm not an Amazon fan. When I was fiendishly scrolling on it out of absence, was I just scrolling on it out of absence of other infinite scrolling platforms to calm my addiction? I think honestly I was just bored and looking for interesting books. I read 3, listened to a few new to me albums and a lot of other music during detox. I struggle a lot with quiet spots in between activities where I would usually spend 5 minutes on Instagram or whatever. I could lend to it or some other similar activity just to fill these spots, but I don't actually think for every moment has to be productive in some way. I just want to turn my brain off for a little bit sometimes. But anyway, my friend here made me think about the categories. The categories go something like this in my head. Online communication can either be something like chat platforms or posting platforms. On a chat platform, all the messages appear in the same order for everyone all the time. No, I'll go, baby. Maybe you get left behind, but the messages were there for you to see if you were online or remember at the right time. Posting platforms, on the other hand, are all public all the time. They're leaflets at the door of the town square affairs. I think they're interesting in betweens. They were social, I guess, the chat platform, as I could go through and look at every post if I wanted to. But I guess it's also a posting-based platform as it's structured like one, so I never feel the urge to do so, and has a following mechanism, which I guess is algorithm light. Whether davidsocial.com counts as posting is a better point. The point is that I cut myself off from all acquaintances and larger group chatting as I assume posting and chatting on the same thing. So yeah, I didn't go on WhatsApp. And the WhatsApp groups are like, I don't know, it was hard. I don't know if I go back to that. And basically all digital mediated communications are the same. I was cheating, posting and chatting on the same thing. I need a constant chatter and random conversations with people I feel funny towards style, apparently. I think most people anti-social media are anti-posting or anti-chatting. No, feel free to weigh in on anything as well in the chat if you feel like it. I do sometimes wonder whether I'm addicted in some actually harmful way, and somehow missing the harm it causes me. I'm sure my feelings around social media give I quit any time I want, honest. But also, I think it qualifies as an addiction I don't think it qualifies as an addiction if it's not worsening or ruining my life. Infinite scrolling, possibly invented by a man who's very sorry about it, is often likened to a slot machine because it throws out rewards intermittently, because it reduces friction in continuing, and because it incentivizes you to stick around and see what might be behind the next roll of the dice endlessly. If I'm more honest, after detox, I don't know if I can stop using social media anytime I want, as I've never wanted to. The internet hasn't been actively noticeably chronically bad for my life since the early to me days of instant direct messages. And I'm not going to lie, the heady days of MSN messaging could easily ruin my life, not just academically. But that isn't really social media in the way people mean, at least in the conversations I've had and in the articles and books I've read. Most people seem to see private messaging as a completely separate beast to the broadcasting nature of public social media, even in large group chats like Discord. Ugh, I really should have got a drink, I'm talking so fast. Breathe. Algorithmically driven, posting-based social media is different. It's increasingly designed in a compulsion-building way. It would be remiss of me to not mention the things I've done to fight this. Thinking about my Instagram feed in particular, I realised how regularly I've moderated my social media. And I followed a disproportionate amount of fat and/or black and/or queer and/or disabled people for a while to see if it helped my brain not feel as inadequate and/or happy on the app. And spoiler, it really did. I also try hard to only follow people who I actively look forward to seeing their stuff if they come up in my feed often, rather than following out of weird mixed obligation and inertia. I was also following so many accounts I never saw much of any individual person. I'm in no way advocating that everyone should just do that and their experience on Instagram would be great. Oh, hi new people, if you want to say hi in the chat, please do. I'm just reading through a blog post I wrote about social media and it not being shared. Or to me, not being shared. Or no, it's a bit more complicated than that, but you can read the post, it's in the chat. um, I'm in no way advocating that everyone should just do that and their experience on Instagram will be great. Firstly, Instagram is in no way makes it easy to create in this way, and I'm a notable Zuck hater. If there's no haters on Dare Decked. If I reflect more, I think I do take a lot of tedious steps to ensure my experience is good on most platforms, and I can't ignore that and can't ignore that in talking about it. Threads, however, is algorithmically accessible, and you won't convince me to take it seriously. Facebook is also a swamp, but I get to see the terrifying and or wholesome things people I knew in high school and uni were up to. Otherwise, I'd definitely not be using it either. Threads and Facebook in particular, I feel like are trying to get a rise out of the users and are flexing the knowledge of their users to do that. I think a very algorithm-heavy following feed can obviously work for some definition of that. Look at TikTok, but I don't want to see controversial opinions as regularly as they're served up on there. Social media is actually psychic combat seems to be the direction. I hate it. Separate from the general, the content there makes me annoyed and sucks feeling. I only noticed recently that Threads using a For You TikTok style algorithmically generated feed explicitly now, and lands there when you open the app instead of who you follow. Threads historians, a laughable phrase, are going to have to chime in on whether they explicitly called it For You from the inception of the app, but I don't think so. As I remember so much annoyance and surprise that it was all brands and other stuff we didn't purposely follow in the early days. Either way, another creator I really like, Paigemelt, once said in Instagram stories how a TikTok feed is one thing when you have a face and or voice attached to an idea. When ideas are completely disconnected from the creators do mostly text-only posts and no culture following creators, it paves way for an AI-generated content in feed to become more popular and normalized. As well as a Threads hater, I'm a certified AI hater, and this seems really plausible to me, especially given other stuff Zuckerberg said about replacing human friends with AI. So I'll continue not giving Threads time of day. Threads hate aside, I don't think finding some social media sites to be irredeemable crap is incompatible with enjoying the idea of it in general. Just that some examples are better or worse at serving my or anyone's needs. When I started writing this post, I really hated the idea that maybe we all need to see the big open plains of the internet and that maybe social media has to be small to be good. There are two theories that are super negative and super annoying to me, both around ways of conceptualizing the actual human content density of the internet. One of them is dead internet theory, the idea that the internet has been overrun by bots and AI content to the point that you can rarely see a human. This seems immediately laughable to me. Maybe if you're counting the undulating planes of the internet as a whole, for example, I'm not counting for dark web. I don't believe most people are actually interacting with bots all the time, no matter how low my opinion of generative AI. There's also dark forest theory, lifted from the dark forest hypothesis. The latter being the idea that the reason we don't hear from aliens is that everyone's smart stays silent on the intergalactic level. Chat shit, get banged, space star. Laughing on my own jokes. Posting on the open web where you can get misinterpreted at best and swatted, harassed, etc. for worse is for the birds. You should stick to your safe and cozy enclaves with small numbers of people for safety and comfort. Though I do still feel the encroaching tides of AI generated content getting higher by the minute. My main reason for not liking Dark Forest theory is that it's sad. Everything fragmented and disconnected again. Going back to scaring compiled lists and getting word of mouth recommendations for finding other compatibly weird groups of people sounds like hell to me. On the other hand, I do like the idea that people could be more localized on purpose. Many people putting their hopes in newsletters and private messaging services, so I guess that small social media sites are at least better than that. I kind of thought small sites always felt like a shoddy imitation of the real thing, at least until davidsocial.com. Davidsocial.com has already changed my feelings about the very small social media. Like, apparently it can be fun and delightful, but though I admit I don't know how I'd ever heard about it if it wasn't for large social media. So things I like about it, it ends, so you can see everything everyone's posted recently, and then you can't search posts, so you just look and then you stop. There's no ads, there's no plans to make a profit, and it feels small, and the barrier of having to and the inherent silliness of it makes it feel like a community. A part of me feels like it can't be healthy, even if you've taken the aforementioned step to mitigate harm. Another part says we're all in silos on social media anyway, with bubbles built up by our own preferences. I don't think that following things makes me more angry, upset, or on purpose does much to balance the scales. Another part that we what did I say? Another part says, oh, we're all in silos, right? All right, silos. The latter was kind of supported by a book I read. Breaking the Social Media Prism is a book about polarization on social media, otherwise known as extreme differences in opinion that leads to conflict both on and offline. In one of many experiments they describe, and that I may summarize poorly, they tried showing lefty randoms right-wing content and vice versa via a bot they opted to diversify their feeds. Spoilers, but everyone just doubled down on their opinions regardless of political background. I don't know for sure, but deeply feel that social media isn't the place to widen your horizons politically. I feel like you need deep and close relationships with people trying to change your mind in most cases. And while social media can foster that, following randoms you disagree with isn't the way to nurture it. I'm supposed to worry about echo chambers, I guess. The phenomenon where everyone around you is saying the exact same thing, you're never exposed to other opinions. I'm pretty happy to be in an echo chamber every time, say for election season, to be honest. I'm unsure what I'm supposed to be gained by being harrowingly aware of everyone else's thoughts about how many people think immigrants, global majority people, trans people act, have ruined the country, life, or whatever. Another way to conceive of different kinds of social media comes from my friend Honor. Twitter is like an infinite plane where you can make direct eye contact with anyone in the world of an understanding of the world at any moment. Federated socials are like a hilly valley. You set up camp on your home server, which you presumably picked because you look like a nice spot, and people there seem to have something in common with you. And then you hear tell of other community through people you know, at least loosely. If you want to go a long way from your chosen base, you have to go through real people. You have to go through mutual friends. Personal correspondence 2022. Call me spherical cow because I love an infinite plane. I was like spherical chicken, but apparently that's from something else. So anyway, I think this is part of what makes me love the internet so much. I kind of want to lock eyes with a stranger anywhere else all the time, at least metaphorically. I think to most people, at least in talking about it, the latter example of the quote sounds a lot more relaxing. I think the aforementioned solutions people are working on can definitely fill the valley-based needs safely and ethically, or to be honest, just head and shoulders above where we are right now. What about spherical cows? I think the idea of global town square was always a bit of a farce, especially when applied to Twitter before its mysterious and tragic disappearance. And circles of friends curated on Facebook never really stood up to muster either. I don't have a solution for the flat plane. Maybe the 80 proto crowd can make it work. Obviously, very up for loads more governance, like the famously never wrong or harmful UN model would be a solution. I thought we needed a consortium or leading group of standards people like we have for the web technologies. The web version is called W3C. I now doubt this would help without huge legal ramifications for messing up. I don't know how you make something like that as peaceful as it needs to be. Still, W3C for social media would be an amazing start, at least to have a blueprint for its governance, security, and moderation for the incumbent social media giants. There are many good groups doing amazing work on the legal side of holding the current state of things to account. The Electronic Frontier Foundation, or EFF, Foxglove in the UK, and unions, got to plug them again. Many of the problems of social media at the minute, and to be honest, big tech in general, come down to big tech's tendency to brag about how central it is to our lives in one breath, but also not so central that it should be taxed, overseen, or regulated at all in the name of innovation in a different breath. In the name of moving fast and breaking things, they often repeat the repeated slogan of many a tech startup. We move so quickly that we've broken things that we need a lot more care taken to reform, dismantle, innovate around. With social media, no one wants to do it alone. No one wants to be on it alone. It's social after all. And these platforms that increasingly have fingers in every aspect of our lives, physical, personal, and all the grey in between, shouldn't be wholly maintained, funded, owned, and orchestrated by people profiting from their presence. Does corporate social media have to exist? Can non-corporate, indie, or small social media escape these issues that plague the big dogs? Does commercial, indie, or small social media have what people crave? Why do small social media platforms feel different, derogatory to me? Is this a skill issue on my part? Are we destined to retreat from the open fields of the early internet into smaller, cozier spaces for lack of better options? Is there no way to not be hobnobbing and Nazis for those of us who want to be on the open road? There are definitely loads more solutions I haven't thought of, but that's why I turn to you. Please don't tell me to watch Social Media Dilemma or the Social Network for that matter. Please don't tell me to log off or to unorthodoxly hold social media giants to account or whatever, but yeah. There's something in all this about social media as an escape from real life, versus social media as an augmentation to it. I think to me it's always added, but for a lot of people, what it adds isn't something they crave, something they wouldn't even ever desire, or in some cases it even takes away. I always want a pen pal. Not everyone does. I also have no way of knowing what it's doing and done to my mind. I have no control of sample of the Olu who went outside and touched grass at more regular intervals. Will I be happier, funnier, more filled? We'll never know, and I'm pretty okay about that. Those of us that like typing on our screens, I think there's something here to save. We just have to get to work. Do you feel like social media adds or detracts from your life? Do you think there's stuff worth saving here? Thanks for reading and listening. Thank you. And hello to just joined. If you want to show me a real person, please say hi in the chat. I probably need to log off shortly as well because I need to write my diary, as I do. 117 days. It's been a long time joining. And thanks so much for joining. I really appreciate you two for actually saying something. No worries. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, what's up? Oh, 4 minutes. Bye. Have a great time. Yeah, maybe I'll just end now. But yeah, thanks so much for joining, everyone. Hope to see you soon. I'll probably try this again at some point. Yeah. Bye.